There's a large gun auction house that uses the motto, "Not all artwork hangs on walls." And today, we're going to talk about a real example of some beautiful artwork. Okay, what a beautiful piece of artwork. Today we're going to be talking about this Luger Carbine. It's a 1902, model 1902 Luger Carbine. Now, I believe it was made sometime after 1902, probably around 1904. And it was sent to, as a presentation or a gift, it was sent to a retailer in Argentina. The name here is below, but it's Juan Canedo in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And they sold mostly high-end American imported guns and high-end German imported guns. So this retailer in Argentina was very similar to A.F. Stoeger in the United States. Those of you who collect Lugers, you know that A.F. Stoeger is a name brand where a retailer had their name put on it, and they imported them to New York and sold them to high-end collectors or gun enthusiasts throughout the United States. And the same thing was happening in Argentina. Now, Argentina, this Juan Canedo, he was importing high-end US guns, mostly Colts, and then high-end German guns. Why German guns? Well, number one, they were well-renowned throughout the world as selling some of the best crafted handguns, especially semi-automatics. And also, there was a large German population in Argentina. It did continue to grow after World War I and into World War II. Of course, we know it was one of the favorite places for Nazis at the end of the war if they wanted to get out of Europe. A lot of them went to Argentina, and the reason was there was already a large German population there, and the government was very sympathetic to the German cause. So, of course, that German population only grew. All that is to say, there was a lot of higher-end Argentinians who like to buy guns like this. Now, I'll show you the inscription on the top that does have the name and the address of Juan Canedo in Buenos Aires. And I'm going to go over a bit of the gun, but best of all, I'm going to shoot this using some original ammo. I know you can't believe those words came out of my mouth. I thought I would never do it, but I thought this opportunity only comes by once every several years. So we're going to shoot this gun, and I am going to use some original ammo, mostly because the modern ammo, it's hard to find. It's hard to find in this caliber because 30 caliber Luger isn't made very much anymore. And we do have 2 boxes of the original ammo. So 1902 Luger Carbine. You're going to get to see how beautiful this is and what came with it. And this one was sent to Argentina as a presentation or a gift, we can only imagine, to a high-end German Luger collector. Okay, we'll start with the case. This is the least artistic or beautiful part of it. You see some standard latches here, which is, you know, from that period, that's about right. A.F. Stoeger and other case guns I've seen have similar hardware. This has been taped. It does have a purple interior. Now, here you can see, if you Google Juan Canedo Argentinian Lugers, you do see a variety of them marked in a variety of ways. And you also can see that some of the cases right here, they would have the name and the address. They were big on giving their address. I guess it was good advertising, but they gave their address where they were located in Buenos Aires. Here's several examples of guns that they sold back in the early 1900s, and I'm sure they stayed in business throughout both wars as the German population continued to grow in Argentina. Let's take a look at the pieces. This is the original leather strap. It's in excellent condition. You can see some verdigris here. I could easily clean that off, but I kind of think it's cool. Original, all original. And then you can see the cleaning rod. How this is a very long cleaning rod because you have a very long barrel. And then this is the oiler. There would be oil down in here, and you unscrew this, and then you use this. It's got a lot of turns to it. And you use the, actually there's still some There's the original. I didn't just clean my ears. No, I promise. That is some kind of grease, or I call it Vaseline, but I don't even know if Vaseline was a product then. And speaking of which, you can see here is the original Vaseline. And there, right there. I lied. Vaseline was in business there. There it is. And fun fact, somebody told me, did you know that Vaseline never goes bad? I'm not surprised. Pop that open. There's not much left, but that's nice, clean Vaseline. The other one is more of a grease, but that's the original Vaseline, again, from the early 1900s. These spent shells, by the way, are the ones that I shot, because I already shot it. I took it out and shot it first. So those are the spent shells. These are the rags for cleaning it. There's the spare magazine. It does have a blank bottom in pristine condition. Here's, I'll show you the shells. 2 boxes of the original ammo. They have 7.65, but basically this is 30 caliber Luger. You do see made in Germany because it was made for export. And then it's DWM was the manufacturer. So this is DWM ammo, and there's the original ammo. Again, I shot 4 rounds. We left the empties there. Spoiler alert, it shoots like a dream. It's just so fun to handle. But there's the original ammo, and I believe it's marked DWM. And this is odd. It's not a hollow point, but that is a different bullet than I'm used to from that era. So somebody can comment. I've not seen that before, but it does almost look like a hollow point, but I don't think that's what it is. Now let's get to the best part, and just incredible. This gun, I already mentioned it's 30 caliber Luger. I don't want to point it at anybody, but we'll get an angle on that. You can see how beautiful this is. Now, here's something amazing about this gun. I cannot believe that this gun has been restored. But the previous owner said that this was restored by Gail Morgan. Now, I know the name Gail Morgan. He's not doing restorations anymore, but he is truly an artist. When I think about the best restorers out there, I think of like Turnbull restorations. And Turnbull restorations, sometimes the restoration will sell for as much as the original, sometimes more than the original, because they charge thousands of dollars to do the restoration, and it's done perfectly. Now, you guys know how much I love Lugers, and I've been collecting them for 30 years. And I studied this gun before I found out about the Gail Morgan connection. And I will tell you that I deemed it 100% all original. So clearly, it fooled me. Now, some of you are not surprised by that because you say, well, you're an idiot. But some of you are going to be impressed by that. Notice the roll mark here. That's a sign of it being original, because those roll marks, of course, have to be put in by shooting the gun, and the toggle wears it right there. That's one of the tells. Another tell is, if you look at the straw, if something's been restrawed, it's going to be even. But in real life, wherever you rub it, like here, then it's going to be darker in here and lighter out there. Notice, darker in here, lighter out there. You don't get that on a restoration. It's going to be evenly yellowed. Right here, dark up top, lighter down here. Fire blue, look at this fire blue. Fire blue on this screw. You can see the top has been worn off a little bit, where the rest you can see the fire blue. Beautiful magazine, by the way. So I'm just in awe when I said this is a piece of art. This truly is a piece of art done by an incredible artist who restored this back to the original condition. You do see fire blue here. I've already mentioned the screw. The other screw is the same way, worn on the top. Also, when somebody restores a gun, they have to buff off any kind of imperfections. There's no imperfections, no sign of any buffing, because every corner, every edge is sharp and crisp. And one thing that stands out is when something is buffed, it makes the markings, you just don't see them this crisp. These are called bug proofs because you have BU and then there's a G on the inside. But the BUG proof, or the bug proof, is a crown B, crown U. Over here you see the same thing. Throughout this gun, you see markings. They are crisp and clear. They have not been buffed. They do not look refinished. The only thing I can think of is maybe he reapplied the markings. I don't have one to compare it side by side, but this is just an incredible gun and a piece of artwork. When you aim it, you'll notice that there's a bead, and that's the way they originally came on these presentation type guns where people spent a lot of money. There's a bead. Well, first of all, you see that? That's fire blued. And then a little bead, a yellow bead on there, so it helps you with the aim. And this was very easy to aim and shoot. Okay, I'm going to pop this open. And it has a little keep there that keeps it from falling out. And slide that forward. There's the inside. It is numbered inside, numbered to the gun. Here, it looks brand new. All of this looks brand new. And then the serial number is here. You can see how nicely that's done. And then 757 is found right here. And several spots throughout the gun, you can see 757. Either the last two or the last three digits. If I take off the side plate, I see right here is 57. And that looks all original. Here on the trigger, again, notice the straw where your finger goes. It's worn. Interior is darker. You see 57. Notice the change in the straw color there. Everything about this just tells me all original. As I said, the previous owner, I would not have believed it, but the previous owner said that it was restored by Gail Morgan. Look at the markings inside. There's actually a factory marking in there. It looks like a flaming bomb, but we've seen those on other Lugers. Oh, the grips are also numbered to the gun. I took the grips off. They are numbered to the gun. Here is the toggle assembly. And there's numbered to the gun, numbered to the gun. And the bore, of course, as you would expect on a gun like this, is absolutely mint, shiny, bright, and strong rifling. Now here is the inscription, and Randy will put down exactly what it says because it's hard to read. That's the only part that is, it's very thin, but I'm sure that's the way it originally looked. So the retailer, just like A.F. Stoger, the retailer had his name and address inscribed on the top of the barrel, and of course we see other guns that they sold where it was applied elsewhere on the gun. Notice fire blue on the rear toggle pin, and that on the early guns, that's the way they looked. And then of course, one of the signs that it's a 1902 is the dish toggle, different kind of toggle assembly than you find on the later Lugers. Here's a better look at the BU proofs. BU proofs with its crown, BU, and same here. One other thing that you look for on a restoration, on the original guns, they polish the inside. So this is all blued, but the inside is white. And on this, the inside is white. So a normal re-blue, they're just going to blue it and then not polish it. But obviously, Gail, assuming that's who did this, he polished the inside. And that looks exactly like it should as an all-original gun. Oh, and back here, you see worn marks where the stock goes on. And that's exactly what it should look like. So as I said before, it's not a compliment to me. But if you had shown me this gun and asked me my opinion, I would have sworn 100% certainty that this was all original. Let's cover the stock real quickly. This is horn, by the way. I don't think the stock was restored at all because this looks all original, and the diamonds they're very strong. They're not worn down at all. You can see the iron is blued just like the rest of the gun. There's a little fire blue here. There's the original 757, meaning all matching. And I wanted you to see, look at the detail of that, the little point here. The way this is put together is just absolutely beautiful. So horn, wood with the attaching stock. I'm going to put this together, and then we're going to run out to the range and put a few rounds through this. Okay, so we put it all back together, and you see what it looks like all together. And of course, when you hold it in your shoulder, it feels great and looks like it would be a lot of fun to shoot. Now, I have been doing YouTube videos for over 2 years now and never shot a gun on a video. And today, I'm going to change that. This will be the first gun I've ever shot on a YouTube video, and that's because they just opened the Armory, which is a shooting range right down the street. It's only 5 or 10 minutes away. So because of that convenience, I'm going to start doing more shooting videos, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. Now, I'm not the shot that I used to be. My eyes are not as good, and probably my hands are a little more shaky, but I already know how it turns out because I did it before this. But we're going to go to the range now and check it out, and you can watch me shoot this beautiful piece of art. Hey guys, I'm here at the Armory. Now, we were here for the grand opening. I did a video on that. You can go back and watch it. I'm sure Randy can put the link in there for you. We're at the Armory, and we're going to shoot this 1902 Luger Carbine, mint condition, at that orange man down there. So check it out. Now, I have to tell you, I have not shot in a long time, mostly because I don't live near a range, but since this just opened, we're going to try this out and see how it goes. We'll see how as somebody said, we want to see the old man shoot. Well, his eyes are a little bit bad, but we're going to make this happen. Went right in. That was the best one. Beep, beep, back it up. Beep, beep. Check this out. Woo! Not bad for the old guy. That was my first shot, by the way. Then I got it centered. So, great gun. Had a few feed issues. We'll explain that to whoever buys the gun. But this is original ammo. So the gun's 120 years old. The ammo's about 100 years old. Okay, we're back at the office now. This is the target I used. Randy wrote my name and dated it. And one thing that he said that Hickok does, that's very popular, and he has a lot more subscribers than I do, but I thought we'd try it out as well. I'm going to go ahead and sign this right now. And what we'd like to do is raffle this off to one of you who might like it. I think that's pretty good for an old dude, right? Pretty good grouping. And I only did 4 rounds because, again, they're original ammo, and I didn't want to shoot the original rounds of ammo. So if you're interested in this, it's a free giveaway. So just email us and say, I'm interested in the Luger Carbine target, and we will pick a lucky winner. We'll probably do it live on a video. We'll pick a winner and send it out to you free of charge as a memento of my first shooting video since doing the YouTube channel.